Hey guys, salut mes amis och hallå gubbar, Maxim here. I was beginning to think that we wouldn't get a decent update this week, just like the other 2 weeks in a row, but here we are. Before we go into it, I'm back with CS Money, which is a marketplace and a trading service for skins. CS Money is the only place that combines both the functions in one place. If you want to trade up some of your old items to get new items, this is definitely the place to do that. There are a lot of skins to choose from, and there are some good filter options so you can easily find what you're looking for. Be sure to check out all of that through the link below. Back to the update, which focuses purely on map changes. The 2 previous updates that were kind of big had major gameplay changes, so this takes us on a slower ride. Starting with the map Chlorine. I knew something was wrong. I made an observation that the FBI models were not being used, even though it said in the old update that they were. But now they really are. Moving on, Cache. Cache has been affected pretty badly by the agents due to how colorful the map really is, and that the walls sometimes blend in with the new models, or at least makes them hard to see. Even though the idea of the remake was to improve the visuals, FMPone has always cared about the competitive nature of the map and has therefore made several changes to the lighting which will help you see agents better. There's also less noise and clutter, as well as optimizations to make it as FPS friendly as possible. The new cache runs well and feels really stable. You can play it on matchmaking, so I suggest you give it a shot. In the previous big update, Valve introduced 1v1 arenas during the Wingman warm-up time. This was a feature that I expected to get introduced onto more maps quite fast. And I was correct, since we now have Overpass, as you can already see, and also Nuke. I was hoping that they would, at the same time, look into what else they needed to fix or change on the maps. Which they did. They fixed a clipping issue on this dumpster now at a site for Overpass. Also, if you notice, there are 5 copies of the same area, which means if you have 2 players in each, it would be possible to have 10 players at the same time. What that means is we'll likely get this warm-up feature over to matchmaking after all the maps have been added. Vertigo, if you haven't been up to date, has gotten some big changes to B site, making it feel much more open and dynamic. Something that I can say for sure after playing it now is really refreshing and nice. But there was an accidental mistake made, where this crate was floating. Valve decided to include it to Newton's law, and on top of that, they added a ramp clipping for a smooth ride. So that was this update, but we can definitely expect a really interesting one coming soon. Why? Well, something that wasn't introduced to this update, but was still added to the game files, are these new kill feed icons. What you're seeing is a no-scope icon, a blind icon, and a kill through the smoke icon. What this probably means, we're going to get a more detailed kill feed, revealing more information about the events of the game. Just like the 1v1 arena feature, this is not an original idea as well, as it's already been made by someone from the source mod community and was even used on some community servers. Unfortunately, I couldn't find who made it. Either way, I'm excited about it, and it will likely get released soon. And if I had to guess, probably next week. Oh, and if you haven't heard about the Source Engine leak, Valve has already tweeted about it that they couldn't find any reasons for anyone to be alarmed. So that's quite comforting to hear. If you're curious, you can read more about it in the video description below. I really enjoy this flow that Valve are bringing to the game right now with all these relevant updates. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments or over on Twitter. To be honest, Valorant, as I have previously said, should not be seen as a CSGO killer. In fact, it seems to have a rather positive effect on the game to keep it alive and kicking. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more CSGO content, and I'll see you guys soon. Stay awesome and go bananas.